Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you, they bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I am going to start with today's morning show. So reports when they reach us this morning, now the fact say Danny Olmo agents and Arsenal they don't discuss, they don't get positive talks according to what is Sky Sports and Sportscaster, even Football London carry the same story. You get so they say they don't get positive talks with Arsenal ahead of this January transfer window where they come. So Sportscaster they say Barcelona midfielder Danny Olmo's agents involved in positive contacts with Premier League giants ahead of January transfer window. Now, when you read the entirety of this particular report, you will see where Sportscaster the report say Barcelona midfielder agents they don't discuss with Arsenal. I remember say this player and a player will say back buy like maybe 60 million again, but based on back never feel register the player properly. So according to Sky Sports journalist Sacha Tavioleri, so that one got the report say that the almost agents are maintaining regular and positive contacts with both Arsenal and Manchester City ahead of the January transfer window. If Barcelona are unable to register Dani Olmo, then the Spaniard will be able to leave as a free agent in the winter window due to a clause in his contract. However, the aforementioned report suggests that a deal with Arsenal is unlikely given the uncertainty after their sporting director Edu Gaspar's departure in November. However, the Gunners will still try to make the most of the opportunity if Olmo becomes available during the January transfer window. Even somebody asked me that question, say, can Arsenal buy a player or negotiate with a club without a sporting director? Men, I don't forget that we get replacement, we get interim sporting director for now. Will be Aito, will be the deputy of Edu Gaspar. So that one said, don't step up. Now they're in charge now. So we can still make deals happen. You get by the end of the day, everything in back and hand the day because Baka still they confident. Say they go register this guy after December 31. How they want to do him? I never really do. Maybe they will go take loan from. I don't really know how they want to do him. You get more just watch how they will reduce that wage bill. You get and how they want to do him. More just watch. Anyhow, maybe I will let you know because Football London self carry the same story. Now story we say they're very very juicy. Many people don't carry the same story, and everybody they give attribution to Sky Sports journalist Sacha Tavioleri because now him break the news, everybody can the report, and so that one self day we'll just watch and see how everything will unfold at the end of the day. Now, Guilherme Balke. So instead of come and talk say Manchester City want to get rid of 5 or 6 regular starters and bring 5 or 6 new starters. This report was put out by Fabrizio Romano and given attribution to Balaki. Now, the current talk say half of the first 11 of Manchester City, they'll be shit packer again. So they won't change them again. Say Manchester City understand that their era, the era of all those Kevin De Bruyne, the era don't come, it don't go, it's the end. So now is the beginning of a new era. That cycle of all those good, fantastic players, the Mahrez them, the Aguero them, all those era, you don't pass, don't go, you get. And that's something I always say in this community about eras. Man City are not the first great club in this EPL. Teams don't come before seven don't good. Apart from England, other leagues, people don't come, rule everywhere, come Shalaski, get other people take over. So that's what it be. Who knows? Is this going to be the beginning of Liverpool era? Is this going to be the beginning of Arsenal era? I mean, this is the beginning of Chelsea era because I was listening to Enzo Maresca. He said, now they never did bad. Now they never did bad. Say this club won't get, this players won't get. If we check their age, relatively like 22, 23, 21, like that. So in the next 5 years, when they go down, they reach their peak milk. So everywhere go stew, they go scatter everywhere. Say, then they go rule the world in the next 5 years. Now your plan with that. We waiting for our own plan. You get so what could bring players if not to rule the world now, Baba. Bringing the players. More can run up. So now part of everything say me I see. Now, away from that, talk sports. When they check like the possible players we ask Nafi sign for January to help us kickstart our career. Because when you look at it, this Bukayo Saka we no dey now, it don't change the dynamics of our future for this season. How this season will go. As Saka make a comment this picture, as Saka no dey now. You don't some kind pundits now we predict say Arsenal go win the league. You go change their mind. Some kind Arsenal fans we feel say we go win the league. This is go change their mind because no lie, it's supposed to affect us because this is arguably our best player. Our best player is going to be missing for like maybe 8 to 10 weeks because this I think I know this specifics. So now outsiders, now come they tell us the time frame. Okay, look at what Charles Schwartz was saying this morning. Charles Schwartz says Bukayo Saka is going to be out for 8 to 10 weeks. You get where you take information in the journalist is an Arsenal correspondent. How you know because even that like some people are saying the guy go there out to the match, which is how many months? January, February, March. You get so how many months can remember season? And so you know how many games when they go play from that to March, how we go take fair, you get so that's just the way they bust my brain. So everything now gonna lie on waiting Arsenal go do like the thing don't happen, basically don't happen. So how do we react? So what we go do? God just do and say it did close to January. Don't say God just say, hey, more they wait for transfer window. Transfer window don't come now. So even before January 1, we're supposed to only make moves by now. When they discuss with people, they ask the how far this guy they available, what if be down and buyout clause? And what you supposed to do now? Because Charles Schwartz is saying it. This is a big blow. If you don't know now, it's a big blow. So we'll just see how we take solve this problem. That is why everybody can advise Arsenal now. Top Sports, they put their own lists of players so them feel say Arsenal need to go sign. So they say Arsenal could target 5 players in January that would kickstart their Premier League charge. They mention Marcus Rashford, they mention Victor Gyökeres, they mention Mohamed Kudus, they mention Ademola Lookman, they mention Jonathan David. Out of all these players so they mention here, Agbadu 4 players. Now Marcus Rashford, I don't know why they see they made almost all the whole list. What I don't see from Pundit to media organization or all the people that advise Arsenal, almost all the whole list. Rashford did there. What's Rashford define for all those lists? Now what's me I don't really understand. I mean, let me know for the comment section whether network, whether not general, because somebody they complain say network they break. I don't think it's generic, but please confirm for me in the comment section. Thank you. Now, when you look at these players now, like I say, I know really bad do this Rashford. But Gyökeres, yes, the possibility of us getting Gyökeres is there if we can go and pay his buyout clause. The possibility of us getting Mohamed Kudus is there if we can pay the fee when they talk. The possibility of us getting Ademola Lookman, I don't think Atlanta will sell Lookman in January. So the possibility is very, very low because if you check the table, they did first. Then one win the league, one last then win the league. So if they sell them, their chances of winning the league will just go down the drain. So I don't think it's going to be happening in January. But in the summer, once season not end, yes, it's a possibility. Jonathan David might be the easiest of all possibilities because his contract is expiring at the end of the season. He don't tell Lily, say no go renew. So for a player to leave at the end of the season as a free agent and for you to collect more money for January, Lily go grab that opportunity. So see, no be more say you guys bring number 9. No, you get if in case number 9 already did, you get. But you see winger, if you have winger, what will bring in? That winger go be like number 9. Imagine bringing somebody like Mohamed Kudus. You go give bites. Imagine bringing somebody like Ademola Lookman, although the possibilities are very, very low. You get. So, but for striker, that's why I think they look at strikers where they possible for you to bring in Randall Kolomwani. Go and bring him. Or go to Aston Villa. Go and test the result of Joe Duran. That Duran will say they bench Oli Watkins now. Go check out something like that. That guy they bench Oli Watkins now. Lucky they come from bench. And the guy they play, they score. You get. So that one said, you see, if the people try, we don't know whether something that will sell, but just go and try. You get. So now so everything just they're quite unfortunate. Like when you check the Sky Sports paper talk report of this morning. So Sky Sports say Arsenal they fear say Bukayo Saka they ruled out until March with a torn hamstring. You get. And when you look at the report which Charles Schwartz put out, they say this is Bukayo Saka's first major injury for an Arsenal career. You get. And sometimes we say it is inevitable. You can't play your football career 5 years, 4 years, up to 10 years without getting a major injury scare. It's not possible. You must injure. You get. And especially person we say they gang up on, they kick him every day. Now sometimes we say it don't accumulate, they come. So the leg no fit take him again. Don't be say anybody kick him. Don't say just all square play before you know that thing just happened to her. So just like as Rodri, although Rodri only very, very severe and ACL. So thank God say no be ACL Nando Bukayo Saka, so it's going to come back. Although we go miss him a lot, Saka could be missing 10 to 15 games. Just imagine that. It's quite get as a big, but what we go do now? Can't be crying over spilled milk. It is time for Arsenal to step up. Let's see the way that they react for January. Now it will determine whether this league will go fit still win am. Not just the league, whether cup, whether Champions League, whether we will even qualify reach like semi-final or final. Get the way they react for this January. That is why when I hear this Danny Olmo news this morning, say Arsenal and Danny Olmo agents don't get positive talks. Like they are happy with the result of the conversation. Depending on what the Baka can do, if Baka no register the guy, then maybe he will join Arsenal. You get so that one said it suits me. Say yes, they are being proactive. You get but more just the watch. We need a winger. You get Danny Olmo will not be able to do what Saka is doing. Danny Olmo probably not to replace Odegaard in case something's up. So more just the watch as things go happen. So my dear Arsenal, let's bring you our first message from one of our sponsors, Moby Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on 08064642234, and they're located at number 7 at Kenninwood Road, or Reazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, just reach out to them. Now Arsenal going to do their own analysis of how our lineup will be moving forward. When Saka no dey, they talk say it is true say Saka no really dey, but that one no mean say all is doom and gloom, like say we don't die or say we don't finish. No, say no. So we still get a very strong squad, even though Saka no still dey. Now this is their own personal lineup. So the Puraya, Saliba, the Brongales, Timber, and Calafield for the back five. Then for midfield, the couple Odegaard, Rice, and Merino. Then for attack, the couple Martinelli for Saka place, couple Havertz for number 9. Then Gabriel Jesus will come play Martinelli area. It gets this lineup for me. It is okay, but I know say many people will prefer that midfield to be Odegaard, Rice, and Partey. You get so that one self day. That one will be like the strongest midfield where we get Odegaard, Rice, and Partey. Then Merino will be bench. You get, but this one are their own first 11. But we have a problem. Now this Martinelli playing out of position. In as much as I say, yes, the guy that has been playing there for some time now, he scored, he gave an assist, but I always feel Jesus can play that Saka role better. They make Martinelli play normal wing, you get, because in as much as Martinelli's productivity not that high, but at least playing in a familiar environment where in Sabi, it will make sense, especially now with Saka no dey. That the way me, I see him, I don't know how you take see him, you get. Kahavas normal number go play 9, you get, because I think I was saying Kahavas can play Saka. I don't want to see that one at all. Imagine Kahavas playing wing. I don't want even see that one at all. Okay, so what's be your own preferred first 11? Now we say Saka no dey. How you take see him? And another thing we will look. Now we say Saka no dey. Does it mean our opposition now, if they want players, they will come aside, come play without fear? They will not have any incentive to come and play 10 men behind the ball because the star boy is no longer there. Again. So that one another way we can look and say, "Shey you go come push the opposition to come aside to come attack us." And no, sha. But we just watch, but we see if they continue that 10 men behind the ball, that means not just our team as a whole, then they fear. But if they come aside, that means na Saka gone, and the pressure there, you get. But then coming aside, it will really aid our flow and the way we actually play against. So now penalties. When they come and Saka talk say the way they see this Arsenal team, Arteta no trust Sterling. Say no trust him. You get, because why Arteta bring this guy? Because the match we will play against Everton, now I really sure I'm saying Arteta no trust Sterling, because how do you have a player like Sterling on the bench who is a winger who you brought by yourself? You do your analysis, your data analysis, you check everything checkable, you bring her. Then when things no can go well, you no can fit bring them in for the match against Everton. Maybe go do 1 or 2 things. Say that match. Now we can feel say, oh more, not anybody want to tell him. Say, I think I don't really trust the guy. And he could be right in his own way of looking at things. Because I think I never really give this guy chance. Even now we say Sakano, they were supposed to be hope. Say, okay, well, Sterling, it's your time, come and shine. Sterling himself follow Saka enter the same WhatsApp group. 2 of them, weeks out, many weeks. So Sterling, they say they go do tests for him today to know how many, they're going to be the timeline. Because I think Saka owned for the public domain. Not they hear 8 weeks, 10 weeks, we don't really know. Which day the other doctor come back for Twitter where they talk say hamstring get grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Say in the suspecting at grade 1 and 2, that's Saka get. But from the look of things now, they be like saying at grade 3 because we hear 10 weeks. No, what's it be 10 weeks? Imagine playing every 3 days, but you come there for 10 weeks. go miss North London derby, miss some kind games. We suppose pay me gone, but what we go do now? You know what we go do now? The London Evening Standard, when they talk about wetin Arteta dey talk concerning the January transfer window and how Arteta wan approach that window. So the way they come talk, they say, Arteta says Arsenal are looking internally for a solution, like within us. We'll see how we'll take improvise to solve this problem. It gets. However, they will move in the January transfer window if something unbelievable becomes available. You see that quotation marks. It shows you saying, I'm waiting Arteta clarify. So Arteta confirmed on Monday that Saka will be out for many weeks. The thing we say, like when we deal with our Arteta press conference ahead of the match one play against Ipswich, Arteta use a mouth talk and say January they come. They will still be proactive. We be start talk say yes, are they happy say himself in mind day, you get in mind day. If you know what they do, you got sign somebody, you get. Maybe this is like God. Like I know I go talk saying that God now they push their hand. In fact, make I give you another scenario. Do you know that? Let's assume say maybe Arteta they no want buy anybody for January. If Ipswich mistakenly collect points for our hand, maybe Ipswich go draw us, or maybe Ipswich come beat us. So much crazy pressure go there on Arsenal. We say you no go believe when they go enter January, sign your carry, sign Kudus. Take it, go and write it down. You get the guy where we say we will lose now based on say Saka no dey. You get the guy where we will lose, even if we no lose. Get the guy draw, we will draw. Ajay, that money where they feel say Arsenal no dey do like say they get money, like that money go come outside by fire by force. Kronkes go sell millions. They go enter market, shock you and I mean, I don't think I'll say, this kind of thing if it happen. No. But if we can't win, as I can't do, we can't knock anybody. Ipswich they collect, Brentford collect, Brighton collect their own for Amex Stadium. Manchester United come, they collect 5-0, 3-0. Newcastle come for the cup first leg, Emirates Stadium, they collect 4-1. You get, Papa, they no go sign. They go get that false sense of belief, say we did okay. After all, you know they see goals. This are not the set piece. They knock anybody, knock people. So sometimes some kind of tragedy, it will force people hand to do what they're not prepared to do. So that's what so maybe this Saka tragedy now, what they cry for now, might actually force them to do something. But we'll just watch. I don't pray make it more harm. Also, but we'll just watch and see how this January transfer window will also go. Now, Gabriel Bonlaho, instead of Kokoma Saka say, see, if Arsenal know what they do for January, they go sign Isaac. But the problem with all these pundits don't understand, is say Isaac does not have a buyout clause. You are meeting a hostile club that doesn't want to sell. The manager, Eddie Howe, has given public warning that this player is not for sale. You now, as the buying club, how do you approach? You cannot go and be speaking to a player that is contracted to another club. It is illegal. It is bad. It's like you are dealing with them in bad faith. So how do you approach this type of thing? If the player will get buyout clause, say, hey, that's different. That's why Isaac the fight say my next contract, make una put on there. So how do you do this? And apart from that, Newcastle are not a club that you say they are poor. Newcastle are the richest club in the world presently, like this. Even the Daily Independent, they put out a report that Newcastle are the world's richest club. So why can't they spend any money? They can't spend any money because of the limitations from FFP and PSR, the profitability sustainability regulations. So now the things will tie them down. If not, Newcastle will enter one of the elite clubs in England. They will not do what Man City do. As Man City they start buy Robinho, buy this one, buy that one. Therefore, use money bust everywhere. If Newcastle they come outside, they talk, say, I want to buy this one. Who are you to come and compete? Say, I want to collect the player from you. Who you be? You get money past them. So Newcastle don't be people say go use money, go dangle for their fronts, come collect their player. Unless the player has a buyout clause to make it easy for you to go and take their player. So that is the dilemma. Now there be the hardest part to collect this Isaac. Unless maybe the player no sign contract, he can run down in contract, he leaves as a free agent. That one said deep. So when I see all people say Isaac should go and get Isaac should go and get Isaac, that's so easy to go get him. Not so easy. He's an outstanding player. We know. Is what the doctor ordered at the Emirates Stadium. We know. But it's easy to get him. I beg you, when I just rest. The Telegraph, the Daily Telegraph, themselves when they talk about Arsenal winger problem at Saka no dey, Sterling no dey. So themselves when they prescribe to us the type of players we then feel say we should go and get in January. I don't talk say many media organizations, many pundits, everybody don't turn special advisor. They advise Arsenal on players to get in January. Now the Telegraph picks 4 potential targets for Arsenal. So the same will go get Leroy Sané. They say Leroy Sané go make sense. You get now after Leroy Sané, the same will go get Ryan Cherky. You get the Ryan Cherky. Now this guy they play for Lyon. No say Lyon say they don't relegate them already from what they hear. So the same will go get that guy saying will they available. Now end there. They still mention Johan Bakayoko. I know this guy. I remember one time we played them. I think this guy plays for PS doing leak. I think it was Jacob Kivio where leak like a pot of soup. All of us gonna say, this guy good. The same will go sign the guy. Now they can say add Marcus Rashford. Now you see why they talk say almost all the list why they see Rashford is there. Why are they still overrating this guy? This guy don't Shalaski. Be a Rashford, Marcus Rashford they didn't know before. This guy he was telling the WhatsApp group and day. I don't know who be admin. So they drag admin. Two of them they the same thing they do them. They play with past glory. Like when you look at Sterling, you judge him based on past glory. They judge him based on present tense. If you look at Rashford, Baba, now Old Testament they judge him. What they use Corinthians, first and second Corinthians. So these are the issues. Okay? So when they know they mention also, and I'll be surprised really if January I think I can go sign Rashford. I will be highly surprised. That's not the type of player we need. We need person to say as they come in the interface level. Nobody when they talk of cover, because there's the wing now, our right wing is porous, it's open, nobody is there. You get forget all the conversion where I want to do, nobody is there. So we need one man riot to go enter there, make something happen. You get somebody in Kudus, another Kudus will play there, somebody in Kudus, somebody in Ademola Lookman, those kind of vibe. When they say if they enter, give us another Sakari to power 2. Now what will define? So don't be all this Rashford. That way sweet from my belly at all. You get so. But just you see in January, it's going to make or mar our season. January, like I said, January is going to determine how we will end. Because this Saka now will get 8 to 10 weeks. Baba, the thing still aggravate too. If you not be like that too, if you I think that why I know, no go come outside tell you the exact severity of person injury. You go hide them. This thing now, if it be something we don't end in career for this season, we don't know. Nobody say me at the pray for, but at least open our eyes to other possibilities. If it say end of season now, we see them. So no just the watch. So from now to March, far gone. So make them fix this problem now. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think it's a fine time for us to bring you another message from our second sponsor. So today's video is also powered by Stina Imperial Collections. So they are a brand that you can trust for high quality leather products made with genuine leather. So they make products such as belts, wallets, shoes, and slippers. So you can call them on 081 3927 3778. And they make purses for women also. So if you're interested in any of their services, just reach out to them, tell them from CHUKS, and you get your discounts. All right, so the biggest news of the day, that be the fact say Sky Sports, they let us know say Danny Olmo agents and Arsenal, they don't reach positive talks ahead of January transfer window. That news, when I hear the news, it sweets my belly. I say yes, they don't actually get positive soon. Now Sky Sports journalist Sacha Tavioleri now reports this story, and everybody don't carry the story, both Sports Cada, both Football London, the story now the trend now on Twitter. Everybody they very happy. So okay, maybe this can come in and soften the blow as they miss Bukayo Saka. So, but we'll just watch. Since January, Baba will go there active. Forget, we go there active. If we know they're active, now we say we know they're ambitious. We must be active. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed. How many days remain now? We don't enter tomorrow on a happy Christmas, so compliments of the season in advance. Before you know a happy new year, get some more just to watch. So my dear Arsenal lovers, I think this is a fine place for us to call the show an end. So till I come your way later tonight to give you the evening news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Not game out. All right, guys. Bye bye.